let's look at other updates from the world of tennis. Top seed and world number 8 Taylor Fritz made a winning start to his Dallas Open campaign on Thursday, eliminating Jack Sock 7-6, 6-4. In an All-American showdown, Fritz played a near-flawless match, converting 91% of his accurate first serves into points while not allowing Sock a single breakpoint opportunity. Okay, so let's look at other results of games, most especially results of games that went down this morning, from the Dallas Open to the Cordoba Open to the Open Sur de France in Montpellier. We'll also talk about all the ladies' tournament. But for the Dallas Open, games decided today. Marcus Giron edged Oscar Otte 6-4, 6-3 in the doubles. It was Andre Gerardsen and Ben McLaughlin defeating Matej Sobanov and Ivan Sobanov. So if these people could team up to beat brothers, okay, that's what's happening in the doubles. 3-6, 6-3, 10-4. But for other games scheduled for today, by 7 o'clock, Jeffrey John Wolf will take on Francis Taifel, as John Isner will be up against Emilio Gomez. And for the Cordoba Open ATP 250, Juan Manuel Corandolo edged Diego Schwartzman this morning 7-6, 6-1. As we have other games scheduled for today, João Souza against Albert Ramos Vinolas, Federico Coria against Francisco Corandolo, Sebastian Baez will be up against Marcel Barrio, and Juan Manuel Corandolo against Hugo Dolian. Well, for games in Montpellier, France at the Open Sur de France ATP 250, Arthur Fils will be up against Quentin Hennies, as Lorenzo Sonego will be up against Jannik Sinner. Olga Noska-Brun will be up against Gogo Barreri, as Maxime Cressy take on Bona Koric. That game is going down 8:30 tonight. Let's talk about ladies in Abu Dhabi Women's Tennis Open. Shelby Rogers will take on Belinda Bencic by 12 o'clock today, as Daria Kasatskina will take on Quang Xiang by 1:30. Elena Rybakina will be in action by 3 o'clock against the Beatrice Haddad Mahia, and by 4:30, Veronika Kudimantova will take on Ludmila Samsonova. Away from tennis this morning, let us look at what is happening in the world of NBA. Some movements have been made in the world of basketball, but let's just focus on results. It wasn't a good result for my LA Lakers. A 106 loss to 115 points against Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, it's not really about the records now, but it's about winning, right? But we know for the results, Brooklyn Nets defeated Chicago Bulls 116 to 105 points, as Atlanta Hawks defeated Phoenix Suns 116 to 117 points, where Kevin Durant has been regarded as being different, being a different man coming from the coach of the Phoenix Suns. Denver Nuggets lost 104 to 115 points against Orlando Magic. Remember, tomorrow we'll have a lot of NBA games to go down starting 1 a.m. Remember, we're live on Facebook, facebook.com/Solutions 939 FM. It is a Kickoff Sports Show, the first half of AM Update. And after 15 minutes, we'll look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Now, let's move straight and talk football. Remember, the Nigeria Professional, not Nigeria Professional Football League now, but Nigeria Premier Football League, will be going on this weekend. And guess what? Bendel Insurance will be in the city of Ibadan. And, well, in case you want to watch Shooting Stars, yes, I have a bet with Cantona. Yes, we have a bet. So we'll let you know at the stadium this weekend. Let's check NPFL games. Okay, so let's talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League, where Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan will hope to continue with the way they defeated Nasarawa United last weekend 2-0 when they take on tabletoppers Bendel Insurance. The game will be going down at Lagos Salami Stadium on Sunday. And another Southwestern side, Shooting Stars of Akure, will be in action against Niger Tornadoes. Another set of games are scheduled for this weekend. Remo Stars will be in Ikene when they welcome Plateau United. Aqua United will be the guests of El Kanemi Warriors, while Doma United will take on Enugu Rangers. Kwara United travels to play Nasarawa United, and Lobby Stars are host to Dakar FC. Eyimba International will take on Gombe United on the road as Abia Warriors battles Wiki Tourist of Bochi. The game between Bayelsa United and Rivers United has been postponed due to Rivers United's continental engagement. But so far, the top three teams in Group A of the NPFL, Bendel Insurance, are unbeaten so far with 16 points, drawing 1 and winning 5. Remo Stars, well, they've lost 2 matches with 12 points, winning 4, losing 2. Eyimba International with 10 points. Out of 6 matches, they've won 3, lost 2, and they drew 1 game. Teams in the rock bottom, El Kanemi Warriors with 4 points from 6 matches, winning 1, losing 4 and drawing 1. El Kanemi Warriors, Nasarawa United yet to win a game. They've lost 5 and they've drawn 1. So they have 1 point from 6 matches, conceding 12 goals and scoring 4. In Group B, Lobby Stars leading the pack with 13 points, losing 1, drawing 1 and winning 4. Same record of results for Rivers United. And same points, 13. Abia Warriors is third with 12 points, winning 4. Losing 2. And teams in the rock bottom in that Group B. Dakada is placed 9th with 4 points, winning 1, drawing 1 and losing 4 matches. While Wiki Tourist of Bochi also have same results, winning 1, drawing 1 and losing 4. But talking about goals scored between the two sides, Dakada FC has scored 6 and conceded 10, while Wiki Tourist has scored 3 and conceded 8. That's how the situation is currently in the NPFL. Now let's talk about what is happening across Europe before we talk games in England. Well, Javier Tebas has accused the European Super League organizers on Thursday of prowling like a cunning wolf and trying to fool those at the heart of football. The president of Spain's La Liga scooped a newly announced plans for a competition featuring 60 to 80 teams spread across several divisions, guaranteeing clubs 14 games per season. He had predicted in November that such a proposal was coming and was confirmed then. Remember when the likes of Juventus, AC Milan, had to come together, and some other clubs, saying that they want to form their own European league. Some Premier League teams also joined, but hey, due to noise coming from the fans, media, that plan got quashed. But now we are seeing this particular plan also, the European Super League now raising its head. But with that, let's go straight to Spain as we look at La Liga games are scheduled for this weekend. And remember, guys, I never forgot, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 4 goals in 1 game. Yeah, Saudi is paying right now. Okay, remember I told you earlier, 1 game we're going down to the Spanish La Liga tonight, which is the clash between Cadiz and Girona. But looking at all the matches scheduled for this weekend, tomorrow Almeria hosts Real Betis as Mallorca will be the guest of Sevilla. Valencia will take on Athletic Bilbao. Real Vallecano travels to play Getafe on Sunday. Celta Vigo hosts Atletico Madrid. Real Valladolid battles Osasuna, while Barcelona will take on Villarreal. On Monday, Espanyol takes on Real Sociedad, and Real Madrid, coming back from the FIFA Club World Cup, will be up against Elche. That will be on a Wednesday. Now, away from that, let's go straight and look at the Italian Serie A. Remember, AC Milan against Torino tonight, and for other matches, Empoli will take on Spezia on Saturday. Lecce hosting Jose Mourinho's AS Roma Atalanta will travel to play Lazio, and on Sunday, Udinese take on Sassuolo as Bologna will be up against Monza. Juventus host to Fiorentina. Can they continue with that run of form? Well, for Napoli, they are getting easy games right now. They'll be taking on Cremonese. And, well, for Victor Osimhen, set to clinch or score more goals in this game. But let's just keep our fingers crossed. Salernitana will take on Verona, while Sampdoria hosts Inter Milan. Napoli running home with the Scudetto with 56 points from 21 matches, winning 18, losing 1 and drawing 2. Inter has lost more than Napoli. Even they've lost more than Roma. Yes, but what the record we have here. But now let's talk about the English Premier League, where Antonio Conte is back in training and he was able to take charge of his team yesterday after the surgery he had. A lot of Arsenal fans will be wishing him quick recovery, most especially with what Tottenham Hotspur was able to do against Manchester City, although it wasn't the coach that handled that particular game. But hey, well, guys, go check your Premier League fantasy. But for matches scheduled for this weekend, Chelsea will travel to play West Ham United. It is a London clash. Arsenal against Brentford, Brighton against Crystal Palace, while Fulham will be up against Nottingham Forest. Leicester City to take on Tottenham. Wolves to battle Southampton. Bournemouth will lock hands with Newcastle United. Manchester United will face Leeds United again after the 2-2 draw in the midweek. Manchester City will take on Aston Villa, and Liverpool will take on Everton in the Merseyside Derby. We're done for the first half of the show. We'll go on a break, and when we return, we'll look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Do not go anywhere. It is the AM update live on Solutions 939 FM.
Do not touch that dial. You know the radio you tune to, it's your Remedy dial, 93.9 Solutions FM. Your number one Remedy dial. What's
gbogbo èèyàn ló máa ti máa ṣe bolóyè Adébáyọ̀ Adélabú Pẹ̀nkẹ̀lẹ̀ Mẹ́ẹ̀sì ọmọ níbi níran ni ó ti ṣetán láti gbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ débùté ògo ká fi ìbò wa gbé ojúlówó ọmọ Pẹ̀nkẹ̀lẹ̀ wọlé àkọọdù lẹ́gbẹ́ wa òkè téńté la wà lórí ìwé ìdìbò ká fi ìka wa sọ̀rọ̀ gbé olóye tó lọ́gbọ́n tó mọ àtòlú dépò kí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lè gòkè àgbà. Báyọ̀ Adélabú la fẹ́, ọ̀rẹ́ olówó ni, ọ̀rẹ́ mẹ̀kúnnù ni pẹ̀lú. Báyọ̀ Adélabú dé, ìrànlọ́wọ́ dé fún tilé toko.
Gbogbo ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti gbáradì nírẹ̀ pátá pé gbogbo wa la máa jáde dìbò fún Pẹ̀nkẹ̀lẹ̀.
Are you looking for a number one stop choice for quality meals, pastries, and food heart? Then Paris Bakery is here to fulfill your satisfaction. Paris Bakery is giving out free complimentary tea breaks to the first 20 people to get breakfast in the next 2 weeks. That way, you get to enjoy complimentary tea breaks like Spanish noodles with egg sauce, boiled yam with egg sauce, fried yam with tomato sauce, plantain with beef sauce, chips and goss meat, noodles with chicken sauce, golden yam and chicken sauce, boiled yam with liver sauce, chips and chicken sauce, and boiled potatoes with egg sauce. So why not walk into Paris Bakery building at Ring Road adjacent Move 21 Event Center, Ibadan, and get yours free. Grab the sofa while it still lasts and give yourself a great food experience. For more information, call 091 151 1515 or 0810 075 2752. Paris Bakery, all for you.
Great people of your South Senatorial District, what do you want?
Freedom, development, youth empowerment.
That is right. Here is another 4 years opportunity to get it right in your South Senatorial District. Cast your vote for Honorable Oluwasegun Theophilus Oladimeji Otto under the auspices of Labour Party as our representative at the National House of Assembly, Senate. Otto, a man of the people, credible and intelligent leader, social transformer, an advocate for youth empowerment always. On this note, market men and women, artisans, civil servants, students across all levels, social groups, religious houses, and many others, vote for for Honorable Oluwasegun Theophilus Oladimeji Otto to represent Oyo South Senatorial District on the Labour Party with the logo of a father, mother, and children. Let's do it together. No carryover. Vote for Otto. Labour Party!
Forward ever!
Ẹ káàárọ̀ nílùú Ìbàdàn. Solutions 93.9 FM.
Agbára láti ní àyípadà àti ìjọba rere wà lọ́wọ́ èmi àti ẹ. Ètò ìdìbò kù ọjọ́ 14. Lo ìbò rẹ gẹ́gẹ́ bí agbára tí o ní láti fi yan aṣáájú èrè sípò.
Ìkéde ìwá láti ìkànnì Solutions 93.9 FM.
It is 14 days to the 2023 general elections. Remember, we have the power to make a difference, but we need to vote.
This message is powered by a Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 939 FM.
TGIF, welcome to From the Dailies right here on the Remedy Dial Solutions 93.9. Good morning, Ibadan. It's time for us to look at the front pages of the Nigerian newspapers. My name is Victory Richard.
My name is Oladapo Kunubi of God Will Meet the Nation and the Punch newspapers this morning. As we look at this headline, to remember every Friday is an opportunity for you to speak up and talk on any issue. Oh, you notice that we treated this morning. Today is the 10th day in the month of January. It's February, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Where President Muhammadu Buhari said he will surely make his decision, concerning the new Naira note. Okay, and we've been looking at since the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) announced the closure of the deadline for PVC collection. Some CSOs have come out to say that there should be another extra extension, most especially for some people in some states who could not get their PVCs, but they registered. This and more we'll look at this morning. Remember, we're live on Facebook, facebook.com/solutions939fm, facebook.com/solutions939fm. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. Post your comments and reactions on our Facebook page.
All right, let's begin with the Vanguard newspaper this morning, starting with this headline. FG orders varsities shot for general elections. Buhari prepares for May 29 handover, set for transition council. Now to the banner headline on the Vanguard newspaper. Oh, notes, we will obey Supreme Court ruling, says federal government. Currency swap policy affecting military operation, and that is coming from NSA. Maureen Allego appointed NSITF MDCO as federal government reconstitutes board. You can read up on that on page 25. Petrol shortage. Independent marketers begin lifting at 172 naira per litre. That story you can find on page 9. Bank workers threaten to shut down twos over attacks. Read up on that on page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. These are the stories you can find on the front page of the Vanguard this morning.
Okay, going straight to the Nation newspaper this morning with a series of headlines. And let's just quickly run it down. Over 20,000 dead in Turkey, Syria, earthquakes. NDIC set to pay 30 failed banks depositors. Okay, looking at other headlines here. Boss Mustafa heads Presidential Transition Committee. And the banner headline this morning: more banks close branches for lack of cash to pay customers. Rider to this particular headline: cash crunch bites harder. NSA scarcity affecting military operations. And front page picture has Lagos State rally for presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And a lot came from this particular rally yesterday, where it was Babatunde Raji Fashola, talking about the candidate of the People's Democratic Party and the person of Jando, saying that, well, being a governor of Lagos State, you have a lot to put in place, and not just a cameraman being, running for the office of the governor of the state. Okay, and we also have a campaign in the north, where we have President Muhammadu Buhari raising the hand of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and that of Shetima. That's one of the two pictures we have on the front page of the Nation newspaper. Sands, CBN must obey Supreme Court ruling. And the shoe headlines: varsities to close from February 22nd. EFCC appeals contempt ruling on Bawa. You want to read more? Get a copy of the Nation newspaper.
All right, from the Nation, we would now move to the Nigerian Tribune. All right, now to the Nigerian Tribune. IGP orders posting redeployment of DIGs, AIGs, CPs. 2023 election must not be truncated, Atta is making that statement. Still talking election, PDP to polarize and its winning election. Fashola is making that statement. Many universities churn out graduates that can't measure up to standard. Uni-Lorin VC said so. INEC promises credible polls as political parties sign peace accord in Edo. Contempt. EFCC appeals against Bawa's conviction, seeks to stop his arrest, detention. Now to currency deadline. Not all governors are with El Rufai. Obaseki is making that statement. Cash scarcity rather. MDPRA threatens sanction against filling stations rejecting use of POS. TUC ultimatum, workers mobilize for action over fuel. Cash scarcity. Ocean police set up task force to prosecute currency abusers. These are the stories on the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, going straight to Punch newspaper this morning with different headlines here. Buhari orders setting up a transition panel on Valentine's Day. Page 18 of Punch newspaper on the cop. FG sanctions 302 broadcast stations, issue 67 new licenses. Page 12 of Punch has that. Government vows penalty for few marketers rejecting POS transfers. Page 19. Do you force them to take to take money via POS? I don't really understand. I think federal government should do the right thing to make sure that there is enough money in circulation. And we live in fear as earthquake deaths top 20,000. Turkey-based footballer Babajide. And talking about what is happening in Turkey and Syria, remember a Ghanaian footballer was announced to be found, but later, yesterday we heard another confusing report that they are still looking for Atsu, who's a Ghanaian player who was also part of those who were affected with that rubble right there in Turkey. And the president of the country also came out to defend why they failed to quickly respond to what is happening. But looking at the front page of Punch this morning, new Naira, confusion deepens as CBN deadline ends today. With riders, presidency, CBN silent on Supreme Court ruling. Banks, customers await Emefiele's directive. Buhari, 7-day promise expires. Nigerians queue in vain at ATMs, banking holes. FG will comply with Supreme Court's ruling. AGF. TUC threatens to sue government over scarcity. And the front page picture on the Punch newspaper, shows us what happened in Lagos yesterday on the Lagos-Ibadan Kara Bridge. One dies in Lagos-Ibadan road crash. And the other headlines, Council reviews the training as 14,000 nurses join Jakba train. Suspect arrested for killing Ogun couple son. And last headline here, VCs answer disagree as FG shocks varsities. Okay, so are we getting more from this? All right, this is 9:30 from your Remedy Radio Dial Solutions 939 FM. These are the headlines we'll be discussing on. But remember, it is open mic. You've got opportunity to also speak. If you're a Nigerian student, you can as well. Let us know your opinion concerning the decision of the NUC announcing that schools should be shut for elections.
Shouldn't they be excited though?
Is it about excitement? You look at 3 weeks because of 2 elections. One
we're not talking about just any election. We're talking about the presidency. We're talking about the National Assembly. We're talking about
victory,
the governorship.
This election is just to happen one day. The election is the presidential the National Assembly elections are to go down once.
Preparations are required for these.
Preparations in what sense? That cannot be done in just 1 week? No. And 3 days cannot be put in place? And look at this, the kids that stayed back home for 8 months. So it is easier now for NUC to come down that they should shut universities. When ASU was on strike, was there any information from NUC federal government? Come on.
Well, let's allow the students decide, because I think if I was in school, I would be excited to go on a break.
You would be excited to go on a break after spending 18 months. I mean, if you were to be a private university student, you can say this.
That's on the lighter note anyway.
I know. But this is also part of the burning issue this morning. You can be part of the program. We're live on Facebook. Facebook.com/solutions939FM. Facebook.com/solutions939FM. Same as YouTube, Solutions939FM. In case you want to call in this morning, the phone lines are open.
0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. We're also taking messages via WhatsApp or regular text to 0904-422-2939. Let's now dive into the Morning Issue.
The REC in Lagos consistently says that the people who didn't get their cards were people who double registered. And I've maintained that's not true. Yes, there were people who registered, double registered. And I've also commended INEC. What INEC should have done by law is actually prosecute people because it's illegal. But what they decided to do was to just delete your second registration and keep the first one. So I'm saying give me my card in Lagos, because it's in your record that I'm there. And so that's what we're pushing for. That look, the precedence is also there. In 2014, INEC Lagos took responsibility that the delay was their fault because they received materials late. And this is the same thing we have now. So because of that, they extended PVC collection in Lagos while they shut it down across the country. So we're saying if you've done it in 2014, there's glaring evidence that the same sort of issues have applied, if not worse, then you should be able to extend it also in Lagos to ensure that people who are registered, who are in your database, can come and collect their cards.
The director, Enough is Enough, is a civil society organization, Yemi Ademuleko, speaking yesterday about, concerning INEC's decision to end the PVC, distribution on, that should be on Sunday, 5th of February, and saying that it should be extended more because there are a lot of Nigerians who will be disenfranchised for not getting their PVCs.
I think I saw in Lagos over 1 million PVCs yet to be collected. Well, here's the thing. I think that Nigerians, we often always wait for the last minute before we attend to critical issues. And I don't think an extension will make any difference. I'm not saying that if that is considered, we shouldn't go with it. I'm just saying that even if we make an extension, we'll still see people who won't come out to collect their PVCs because we're just used to acting at our own will.
Okay, to back what you set up, remember INEC once extended this collection.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's
right. Okay, but now some people went during the period, when INEC announced the distribution of the PVCs, and they could not get their cards. Remember how many weeks it took you to get your PVC? And after the last, extension, people still did not get their PVCs. And the INEC rec in Lagos, promised people that they were going to get the PVCs even after the closure of the extension. Now, here is it. If you are promising people that they will get their cards and they could not get the card until, because if you say that some people are not coming out, some people came out and they could not get their cards.
Well, I don't know how true that is, because to be honest,
a lot of people
I shared my experience on getting my PVC, and I said it was seamless. If I experienced any delay before getting my PVC, that's on me. The thing is, we are Nigerians and we know these things. It's just like the Naira note issue that we're having now. People won't go and deposit their old Naira notes until the deadline. Today is the 10th that the swap is supposed to stop, except there's an extension. But we still have people using it.
But
we are naturally stubborn.
But if you say Nigerians are stubborn, okay, what of different issues confusing Nigerians?
Like,
right, some governors went to the Supreme Court, got court injunction, right? And after that day, AGF came out to say that, well, I will want to speak to the Supreme Court to drop that particular injunction. So now you are confusing Nigerians. If you're saying that people should stop, using the new Naira, the old Naira note, and the federal government is saying that, some set of people also want to get a particular court injunction that there should not be extension. However, people they don't have the opportunity to get the new Naira notes. Who do you blame? CBN will tell you that they've given the banks the new Naira notes, and some banks have also shut down because they don't have this money.
Now I understand the plight of Nigerians because we are all facing this issue. Yesterday I stood outside the bank under the sun for over 3 hours, and after that 3 hours, I was only able to get 3,000 Naira over the counter in 100 Naira denominations.
Not a mint.
Not a mint. I'm
but
talking
a
about
rough old
Naira
notes.
And when I spoke to the bank staff there, and I asked, why 100 Naira? They said that's the only denomination they have with them, and the CBN hasn't given them money. Now, I'm not blaming Nigerians. I brought the context of Naira notes into the conversation because I know that some of us are very, very stubborn. Even if the PVC is extended till the last day or the day of election, we would not collect it. I'm just saying that if you're yet to collect yours, you can tell of a truth that you either did not make an effort, but there's an excuse for those who made efforts. They got there and they told them, oh, we can't find your PVC. But for those who didn't make efforts at all,
we're not talking, Victor, I'm not talking about those who did not go to collect their PVCs. We're talking about people who traveled down to get their PVCs, and at the end of the day, they got different information. Postponing, every day, and happening to let Nigerian youths come out and tell you the stress they went through. And they still not get their PVCs, and elections is the next few days. Now, the NUC through the federal government stating that schools should be shut on a particular date and, taking 3 weeks because of elections, one in a month and another one in a month, telling schools to shut down, maybe because of the lecturers that will be part of the ad hoc staff of INEC. Yes, but for how many weeks?
That's the thing.
But
so elections requires preparedness. That's the truth.
It takes preparedness, and that is also what Festus Okoye is saying here. The INEC, commissioner, he was speaking yesterday and saying that there won't be extension of PVC collection. One, and the issue in Lagos about MC Oluomo's group saying that INEC in Lagos wants to walk. But here is Festus Okoye speaking concerning the matter.
Let me just say this. That courage and competence resides in this commission, and that this commission will not succumb to blackmail, and this commission will not succumb to the antics of those who do not wish the electoral process well. For the 2023 general election, this commission is going to hire at least 138,000 vehicles, and we have hired vehicles in the past. This commission is going to hire at least 4,000 boats. We have hired boats in the past. This commission will hire at least 88,000 motorcycles. And we are going to hire over 88,000 motorcycles. Now, it is true that in some states, the National Union of Road Transport Workers has been banned. But they do not convey materials for us. It's the individual drivers that convey materials to us. And so in this state, we deal with each state based on its own specificities and based on its own challenges and also based on its own problems. On the issue of Lagos, the supervising national commissioner for Lagos State has already briefed me that whatever challenges there are has been sorted out. But I want to assure the nation that our contract is with individual drivers. We do not have contract with the National Union of Road Transport Workers. We don't have contract with the National Association of Road Transport Workers, and we don't have contract with the marine unions. Our contract is with individual drivers that own these vehicles and provide these vehicles on election day.
I honestly would not blame Nigerians for raising a clamor when MC Oluomo was said to be having some of the electoral materials, because we know the affiliation he has to one of the presidential candidates.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the former Lagos State governor, and who's the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress. I mean, a lot of people have been reacting concerning that, but Festus Okoye has cleared the air concerning this. But the question now is, he also spoke about, distributing their ad hoc staff and making sure that they concentrate on the forthcoming election. So that of the PVC collection on one side, but now talking about hiring and, signing agreements with people who have commercial buses. You understand, what does the database look like? I hope we'll not be having issues of network at the end of the day. Now, if when I saw the data of youths that registered for the election, I mean for their PVCs, going back to the PVC now, youths have the highest number. And if let's go to NUC now, saying that they have to shut down schools. Some people registered on their campuses. And if you're shutting down schools, where do they stay?
I don't see that how that would affect people collecting their PVCs.
No. I'm not talking about collecting PVCs. Going for election. Okay, what of those who stay in hostels? And you shut down schools. Where do you want them to stay? And you are given a space of 3 weeks. So lecturers are not speaking now because they will be paid to participate in the election.
True.
They are not doing this for free. But when ASU went on strike, we heard different noises. But hey, look at Nigerian students. 3 weeks, what would they be doing? Because of just 2 elections, I feel the days, put in place to shut down the schools is too much. That's what I just feel. I don't know about those who are listening and for those who got the notice yesterday. I mean, I just feel like it's easier for them to take decisions when it's easier. I mean,
convenient for them.
Yes.
All right. Let's also talk about the naira scarcity, and majorly the NSA coming out to say that it's going to affect their operations because some areas that some of our soldiers are posted to do not have credible network or do not even have network, as it were, so they can perform daily activities without cash.
Okay. The first question we need to ask the NSA is what are the provisions put in their barracks? Who are the ones that go and come back to bring goods? Is it compulsory security officials, drop, they hold cash?
But logistics are needed for these things, right? So you need money for fuel, for diesel. You need money to buy food. You have some personal needs that you need money for. These guys are also human beings like any other person.
I understand that they are human beings, but I'm looking at the situation. If you're talking about the security officials, remember they also said that the Naira crunch will also affect INEC, but CBN came out that they'll come up with a way that will help the INEC officials. But okay, what of ordinary Nigerians?
So if they're
because I said something one day that people now will be struggling to get money, get cash, keep it in their houses, and men of the underworld will come. And you now call security officials, they'll tell you that they don't have money to buy fuel because there's no money and there's fuel scarcity. So it shows that there will be a lot of spaces opened to affect Nigerians. But I just hope that the federal government will surely put things in place. But now
we can't keep saying the federal government because, the CBN, they have a larger chunk of the blame, to be honest, because CBN did not consider the chairman of banks. The Minister of Finance, Zainab Ahmed, came out to say that she was not aware when this policy was even...
Everybody will come out because... But Abiamila said the same thing. People in the Senate said the same thing. And we also said the same thing concerning Emefiele going straight to Mr. President, that he has the sole responsibility. But now, CBN came out yesterday that they never knew that this was going to degenerate into this crisis.
That's a statement ahead. That's a statement that really gets me triggered, because you can't say you didn't envisage all the problems. You didn't factor in all the necessary inconveniences that this might cause.
But Victory, let's allow the listener, call in this morning 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. And we got a message here that says the students can still stay on campuses to vote if they registered there, but no academic work. Yes, that's what the shutdown of schools is all about. Yes, we understand. Right, most especially look at University of Ibadan. It's a community on its own. Look at Polytechnic of Ibadan, community on its own. But we look at how many students we will have on campus. On campus, rather. You understand? Hello, good morning.
0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. Good morning to you. Welcome to From the Dailies.
Good morning, my brothers.
Good morning, sir.
This is Uwesila from Benelli.
Thank you very much, Uwesila. Tk you for joining us. Yep.
Let them extend when they need to extend. We know Nigerians are stubborn, but you know that sometimes when you present a crusade, it is not because of everybody, but because of the few ones. As I said, some people are still getting theirs. So the bottom line is that let those responsible for every duty perform it optimally. And concerning that of the NUC, the university people, closing schools down, look, we don't have program for most of the things we do. During registration, they need to have programmed it that it's supposed to be when students are at home. During collection of PVC, the duration needs to be when the students are at home. And the election needs to be when the students are at home. You take, for example, walk up, they place it, they schedule it at some specific time that will be convenient for everybody. So our problem is proper planning. We don't plan. You mentioned what Central Bank is talking about this Naira notes now. Saying they did not know it will be generated because the first they never went through the due process. And they end up doing what? They are giving 100 naira. The brother said they give him 100 naira. They collect that too much to print 100 naira or to print 200, 500, and 1,000. That is very common now. You see the 100 naira available. They are very much available now. They collect money, they use the print money to print 100 naira or to print 200, 500, and 1,000. So there is something behind it. That was why I said it was never a policy. They were playing their politics, and it's very unfortunate that they end up punishing and helping Nigeria. I will just beg everybody, endure till the last minute. Let's persevere till the election. I will never advise you to vote for anybody, but vote for anybody that is in your mind. There are so many situations on Ghana that we have seen. The youth, you've seen it yourself. With the same thing in 2015. You've seen everything yourself now. Vote appropriately. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you very much. You were still all the way from LA.
All right, let's have another call. Good morning to you. Welcome to From the Dailies.
Please turn down the volume of your radio set.
Morning to you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Tosin from Olomaro.
Great to have you, Tosin.
Yeah, thank you. You guys are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you very much.
Let's take it from this angle, security-wise, from security angle. Now, these students are the ones vulnerable to crisis. You understand? Now, it is for federal government to have said vaccine should be short for 3 weeks. Everyone will not follow my brother. It was short for 8 months, so nobody died. You understand? So for the security of these children, for the safety of these children, let them be our own. You find out that by the time most of these crises are outside there, the one in the Ibadan and the one that happened in Adeokuta. The miscreants hijacked it from those people that even have money in the bank. So now those miscreants, they don't have money in the bank. But they made use of that opportunity to lose everywhere. Why will a customer of a bank that parked his car outside and have to lose the car? So what has that one got to do with CBN? Is it CBN that bought car for me? You understand? So if these miscreants that want to perpetrate evil that very day mix up with these students, there will be crisis. So the best thing for these students is to be at home. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Kenny calling from Akobo.
Great to have you.
You know, the collection of services. So Nigerians handle things with nonchalant attitude. Yes. We take things with levity here. Look at NIN and BVN. Today, some Nigerians are still registering. Some have not even registered for it at all. So we can't blame INEC for suspending it. We cannot blame them. Nigerians who are at fault. I will only tell INEC. They should please conduct a credible and fair election. Because we are tired of experiencing bad governance under APC administration. We want our vote to count. INEC should please, they shouldn't let this government at the center manipulate or influence the results. We want to experience new government entirely. We are tired of experiencing scarcity, housing strike, insecurity, and the likes. Good morning, Kemi from Akobo.
Thank you very much, Kemi from Akobo.
All right, let's take another call. Good morning to you. Welcome to From the Dailies.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Keys on from Ibadan.
Thank you for joining us. Let's go.
I read in the news that El-Rufai alleged in Mayfield, the CBN, that they printed 200 billion new naira notes. And since El-Rufai alleged them, the CBN has not come out to refute that statement. Is that true or otherwise they should have refuted it? Then earlier when the new naira notes were going to be launched, some people alleged that there are ulterior motives for the redesigning of new notes. Now, looking at redesign of new notes, it has good aim, and of course, it's supposed to help us with this cashless policy. But with the type of unbearable hardship coming with it now, I think in my subconscious mind, I'm aligning with the thought that there are ulterior motives for the redesign of new naira notes. If they want to sanction anyone within their party, the whole Nigeria should not suffer for it. They should stop playing with our sanity. People will say that God will help us, but I will say that we should help ourselves with our PVCs. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Balkis, for your thoughts this morning. One more call and it's a wrap. We'll check the messages that you've sent to us on social media. So be sure to do that if you're yet to do that as well.
Remember, if you're also watching, please like and share. Same as the YouTube platform, click the subscribe button to get notifications anytime we come up live on air. Remember, if you're also outside Nigeria, you can as well download our app on Google Play Store. Type Solutions 939 FM, download the app, and you can listen on the go. As we're waiting your calls, let's go straight to the messages we have on our Facebook channel this morning. And the first one here is coming from Sulaiman Sharif saying that good morning to you all in the studio. Happy lovely Friday. The 2023 general election is another opportunity in the few weeks to move this country to a new dimension. But what Nigerians are facing is a compounding problem of cash withdrawal limit. Naira scarcity, Naira redesign, and fuel scarcity under the APC government at the center. In the forthcoming election, I will urge Nigerians to vote for credible and competent candidate and stop reinforced failure from a party which promised to start where Mr. President stopped. Okay, let's go straight to the next message we have here. Abiola Motosha Adeleke says, today is the deadline for the old notes and Nigerians are confused about which order to follow. The federal government and CBN or the court order. If just a change in the Naira note, we are experiencing this much trouble. The masses can't access the money they work for. And some banks are shutting down due to scarcity of the new notes. Hope this is not a problem looming when hunger and poverty in the country already, and this will add to it if all banks are to shut down. May we never experience this kind of, again, the hardship is just too much for the masses to bear. Olayinka Adetola says, a leader that failed to plan effectively is prone to be a failure. The Naira crisis is the outcome of having a square peg in a round hole at the affairs of the Central Bank of Nigeria and Nigeria itself. We have never survived the issue of fuel scarcity before introducing us to unprepared Naira redesign and cash withdrawal policy, which are contributing more hardship on average Nigerians. The APC government is not a good luck to Nigeria. May God deliver us from bad governance. Omade Adekunle says the failure of the CBN governor to manage this scarcity of Naira effectively describes the level of CBN governor's competency. The FG and the CBN have failed woefully and should tender an unreserved apology to Nigerians for causing them untold hardship and suffering at critical time in the country. Already, the citizens are still groaning from the pain of fuel scarcity, lack of electricity, and skyrocketing increases in the prices of basic commodities. Voters should beware and vote wisely. Oluwaseun Ruth says, good morning. Now that today is the deadline of the old Naira note, but the CBN neither the APC federal government has not come out to address the nation. We are yet to see the new notes in circulation, and of which it has inflicted more hardship on Nigerians. If they keep extending the deadline without putting meaningful measures in place, then the purpose of the policy will still be in jeopardy. I would just urge the CBN to ensure the new notes to be in circulation to avoid more hardship on Nigerians.
Omade Adekunle saying the failure of the CBN governor to manage the scarcity of Naira effectively describes the level of the CBN's governor's competency. The FG and the CBN have failed woefully, and they should tender an unreserved... You've taken this?
Yeah, I've taken the message already. So, but we just hope that Mr. President will come out today to speak, because he told us by 10th of February he will surely come out.
I know for a fact that there will be a communique for an extension today, so I'm looking
You
forward
know,
to
that is your own mind.
Yes. I said
you are taking your mind here, not Nigerians' mind.
No. I said it that there will be an extension the last time, and you argued. So let's look and hope and see what's going to happen.
Let's just be hopeful and let us believe that Nigeria will be better. I know Lafi has money, has been using 2,000 naira to collect 10,000 naira.
Must be nice. Must be nice. Yesterday, I never knew that there would be a point in my life where 3,000 would look like gold in 100 naira denomination. I never thought it would happen. But here we are.
Well, we believe that Nigeria will be better. Well, coming up next is Mokadre with Olagunju. Kolade Olagunju is coming up in the next few minutes with a particular politician who will be talking about his plans running into the 2023 polls. Remember, it is few days to go. Get your PVCs. Put them. No, it has even closed. But keep your PVCs. No stories at the end of the day, because that is your power. My name is Oladapo Kunubi. I'll be back 2 o'clock for the Friday show.
My name is Victor Richard. Have yourself a great weekend.
It is 14 days to the 2023 general elections. Remember, we have the power to make a difference, but we need to vote.
This message is powered by a Remedy Radio Dial. Solutions 939 FM.
Ojúmọ́mọ́ ti mọ́ ọ̀yẹ́là, òṣà òkè ti mọ́ jọ́rọ́.